China's National People's Congress has named Li Keqiang as the country's new premier. That makes him responsible for running the world's second-largest economy. Li has been praised for helping China navigate the global financial crisis, and he is expected to serve a 10-year term.
A glimpse at China's past and its future. As votes were counted, there was little surprise. Xi Jinping was the only candidate and named China's president. The latest feather in his cap and a congratulatory handshake from his predecessor, Hu Jintao. Though president is largely a ceremonial title, Xi now has the three titles Hu had held, the other two being positions of real power, Communist Party chief and chairman of the military. Afterwards, delegates of the National People's Congress rejoiced in Tiananmen Square.
I hope China can get more prosperous and that people can live a better life under the leadership of President Xi Jinping over the next 10 years.
From humble beginnings, Li Keqiang has risen to the heights of Chinese politics. As China's premier, he will oversee the world's second-largest economy. He's regarded as one of the country's most reform-minded leaders, but his career hasn't been without controversy. During the 90s, a scandal of stunning proportions devastated many rural communities in central China. Thousands of farmers and their families contracted HIV after receiving contaminated blood transfusions. While most infections happened before Li Keqiang became the provincial party boss, he's blamed for silencing those speaking out. Many villagers still travel to Beijing to protest about the issue. Well, years after this scandal first broke, and it's still generating enormous anger, victims here say they're still seeking justice, and the official seen as key to the cover-up, Li Keqiang, is now the second most powerful man in China. I hope Li Keqiang will pay more attention to us, says this woman. We still haven't received any compensation. But this gay rights activist says he saw a different side to the politician during a recent meeting.
When he came into the room, he shook everyone's hand. He was easygoing and didn't act at all like a government official. During the discussion, he asked for everyone's opinion, and he encouraged us to speak freely.
Li Keqiang likes to project an image that he's modern, sophisticated and ready to listen. But he's also shown that he can be ruthless when the party's reputation's at risk.
He studied law at prestigious Peking University, then joined the party's Communist Youth League. Former President Hu was in charge of the league at the time. Li followed in his footsteps and later became leader of the group. In 1999, Li took charge of the Henan region and became China's youngest provincial governor. In 2004, he assumed the top party post of Liaoning province. Li became a member of the powerful Politburo in 2007. Party leaders promoted him along with Xi Jinping by 2 ranks. He became first vice premier the following year, taking charge of energy, social security and other policies.
Now, Mr. Li faces many challenges as he takes on his new role, essentially the number 2 position in the country. He'll be tasked with running the government of China. And it faces many challenges, and 2 that he's identified is tackling anti-corruption as well as tackling the economy. Now, those are 2 uphill battles because there's going to be so much vested interest that he'll have to fight against within the upper echelons of the Communist Party. Obviously, when it comes to anti-corruption, but also economic reforms. Now, in the past, he has said that there needs to be much more of a focus on domestic consumption in China, moving forward to really legitimize these numbers that have been coming out, economic numbers that have been coming out in China, but also less of a dependence on exports. And if China is so exposed as it has been to export numbers, That means they're so reliant on how the global economy is going. So Mr. Li really wants to focus on domestic consumption in China. Now, to carry out these transitions and these changes, it's going to be very difficult for him because he lacks a lot of the alliances that some of the other leaders within the Communist Party have, even some that are just below him. So his big challenge in getting these big jobs done is to really form an alliance so he can push through these changes in the coming years.